Without HYBE's founder, can BTS still survive on the global stage in 2026? The absence of Bang Se-hyuk in BTS's grand plan to return in 2026 has shocked many. How could the world's biggest music group enter a new chapter of their career without the central figure who, for over a decade, was the architect of their success? This question now hangs in the minds of millions of ARMY and industry observers. Can BTS maintain their dominance on the global stage without the guiding hand of HYBE's founder? Since their debut in 2013, Bang Se-hyuk has not only been a producer but also the strategic visionary for BTS. He understood the global market, read industry trends, and built the bridge that carried BTS from small stages in Seoul to the biggest stadiums in the world. Now, the prospect of a future without him has sparked massive speculation. Is BTS's strength drawn entirely from their talent, or largely from Bang's leadership? The situation becomes even more complex when we remember that 2026 is rumored to be the revival moment for BTS, after all members complete their military service. The public anticipates a spectacular reunion breaking new records. Yet behind the excitement lies a concern. Can creative coordination and marketing strategy remain at the same level without the figure who has always held the highest authority? The global music industry is never static. Without a central figure with the experience and network of Bang Se-hyuk, BTS could face serious challenges, from competition with new artists to shifts in market tastes. The question is, does HYBE have a solid enough team to fill this leadership gap? Or will BTS have to rely solely on their brand power to remain relevant? It is worth noting that the relationship between BTS and Bang Se-hyuk is not merely that of artist and producer but one built on a shared vision. Losing this figure can be likened to a ship sailing without a captain. The crew may be highly skilled, but direction and strategy still require command. Without it, the risk of veering off course or losing momentum grows greater. Some are optimistic that BTS is now mature enough to chart their own career path. They believe that years of global industry experience have equipped BTS with managerial and creative abilities. However, this optimism must still be tested in practice. The global market tends to be unforgiving toward artists who cannot continuously innovate. On the other hand, there are those who argue that Bang Se-hyuk's absence could usher in a fresher new chapter. BTS might have more freedom to experiment with music, concepts, and stage strategies. But such freedom comes with significant risk. Without proper guidance, a wrong step could erode the brand strength built over years. The question now is no longer simply, will BTS have a comeback in 2026? But rather, will that comeback match or even surpass previous achievements? In the fast-moving entertainment world, one strategic misstep can have huge consequences. Can BTS maintain their quality consistency without the figure who has long been their chief decision-maker? The information circulating today comes from various sources, from media interviews, YouTube clips, and Twitter discussions to short videos on TikTok. Yet no official statement has truly confirmed BTS and HYBE's internal situation regarding Bang Se-hyuk's absence. This leaves wide room for speculation, and unfortunately, this space is often filled with narratives that may not be true. Therefore, the public, especially ARMY, must respond to this issue with a cool head and a critical attitude. Does this news fully reflect reality? Or is it just a narrative game to create media sensation? Is this information part of a deliberate marketing strategy? Or does it truly portray the current situation? We are faced with the choice to believe blindly or wait for verifiable evidence. Skepticism is key to evaluating every circulating claim. The entertainment industry, particularly at the global level, often exploits uncertainty to build hype. The question is, will we as viewers allow ourselves to be caught up in it? For now, the mystery remains. Whether BTS will or will not survive on the global stage in 2026 without Bang Se-hyuk is a question whose answer will only be revealed with time. What is certain is that the challenges they face are not small, and every step they take will be under the world's spotlight. This discussion must begin with one fundamental question. Do we truly believe BTS will remain on the global stage in 2026 without HYBE's founder? Or is the circulating narrative merely a construct to attract attention? If yes, what evidence do you hold? If not, who benefits from that doubt, and are we ready to examine our own assumptions before blaming others? Let us assess this with a cool head. Are the circulating claims based on primary sources that can be traced, or merely snippets of video, cropped quotes, and anonymous speculation? Does every leak have a clear time, place, and source, or does it rely on interpretations from accounts chasing clicks? If the context is fragile, why treat it as undeniable fact? At this point, readers must ask, does the shift in the founder's role automatically diminish BTS's creative capacity, or has the group matured enough to manage their vision without a central figure? Isn't the global music ecosystem changing so quickly that adaptability and strategic clarity are more crucial than individual cults of personality? If so, what indicators should be monitored: release quality, management stability, or cross-continental market response? Examine the information flow. Content on this topic spreads via TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, and other channels with algorithms that prioritize engagement over truth. Short durations, sensational headlines, and clipped footage are often designed to trigger emotion, not provide clarity. If platform design shapes perception, doesn't verification ultimately fall back to us as critical audiences? Provocative questions must be asked. If this story is fabricated, who is the architect and what is their economic motive? If the story is true, what factors justify the directional change without the founder? And how will the risks be mitigated? If it is partly true and partly false, do we have mechanisms to sort it out beyond noisy comment section debates? Are you willing to delay judgment until adequate evidence is available? In professional assessment, a claim is credible if it meets 4 conditions: official statement, supporting data, independent confirmation, and narrative continuity. Have all 4 been met in this issue, or only 1 or 2? If only partially, the most reasonable stance is active skepticism, taking notes, waiting, and double-checking. The collective emotions of ARMY deserve respect, but should loyalty prevent rational scrutiny? Isn't support stronger when based on tested facts rather than assumed promises? If your commitment is long-term, why not practice the same information standards? Archiving statements, keeping a tidy chronology, and noting narrative revisions. We must question the medium of dissemination. Is a long Twitter thread, easily lost in the flood of content, sufficient as a reference? Is a YouTube reaction video, prioritizing viewer retention, adequate for analysis? Can a TikTok clip, reducing context into seconds of virality, replace official documents? If the answer is no, why still cite them as evidence? Let us test opposing hypotheses. Hypothesis A: without the founder, creative coordination weakens. As a result, quality declines and global influence wanes. Hypothesis B: without the founder, creative autonomy increases. As a result, innovation emerges and the management network adapts. What variables would test these: sales, chart performance, awards, world tours, or cross-industry collaborations? What data would make you change your stance? Confirmation bias lurks in every discussion. Are you only seeking content that supports your initial belief, while ignoring the opposite? Are you judging credibility based on account popularity rather than accuracy track record? If so, are your conclusions truly your own, or just reflections of the algorithm? Transparency is the antidote to speculation. Without an official timeline, interpretation space will widen, and rumors will fill the gap. Do you demand clarity on schedules, decision-making structures, and each party's role? Or do you enjoy the fog of information because it gives a sense of drama? If the clarity you want has not yet come, is the right move to refrain from spreading new claims? Consider the ethical implications. Does an unverified narrative risk harming reputations, triggering harassment, or pressuring legitimate creative decisions? If yes, are we participating in a chain of consequences we don't fully understand? Isn't careful information handling a more responsible form of support? We must emphasize, the material circulating and serving as public reference comes from various channels: TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, and several other media outlets. However, the truth of these fragments still requires thorough verification. Thank you.